we're doing a manicure today for this client. This is her first manicure, and look at her nails. They're actually excellent. They're quite flexible, but this is a very good flexibility. Actually, a lot of you guys are asking what the proper flexibility is, and I would say it's this. Maybe they're a little bit more flexible. They could be a little bit harder. For example, this one is a little bit harder and the other ones are a little bit more flexible. So if you are in a position where some of your nails are very, very flexible, and that's very common, then if you want to use a hardener, use the hardener only on the nails that are very flexible. So I wouldn't use a hardener on this one. This one feels harder, and that's very common. Yeah, this one is peeling a little bit. Anyway, so I'm going to shape them a little bit and just clean them up, and probably put like a clear brightening polish, and that's it. So I think we're gonna do the Dior Nail Glow, and apparently, well, for sure, Dior Nail Glow somehow, I think they changed their packaging or something, because there was 2 now Dior Nail Glows, and one of them, it's actually one of our viewers that mentioned it, and one of them is much lighter, and it comes in a different bottle with a different brush. So I'm not sure how I feel about the different brush, but maybe they're just changing the packaging and they are getting rid of the older stock or something. I'm not sure. And I also saw that they have a different nail polish bottles too, more square. So that's interesting. I have to investigate. So see how I'm going underneath here? I'm not really putting the file here and trying to file this way, because when you do it this way, you actually are just over filing the sides. So normally when people have one nail, let's say shorter, and the other one's a little bit longer, what I do normally, unless the client tells me that they want all the nails very short, I usually go somewhere in between. So that way, usually you can't really tell that some of them are shorter than the others. Again, see how I get underneath here? Very gently. Underneath here. I always try to imagine a line running through the middle of the nail, because very often the pink side is not very even. That's absolutely normal. So it's best to create that imaginary line and then make the one side first, shape the one side, and then mirror the sides. Underneath here. And now towards the middle, towards the middle, towards the middle, clean up. Now underneath, towards the middle. I like to compare how they look together. Sometimes it's very helpful to get the client's hand this way and see the nails this way. Very good. Yeah, and this is peeling. It's quite common actually for the thumbs to peel just because we use them more often. I would not use a hardener for this type of peeling. I would use more oil than anything. remove the little flakies. And I'll show you later on how I buff this area a little bit from the end. But I think it's going to be good. All right, now nudge back the living skin. And I don't do this really, I don't put a lot of pressure, because what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to nudge back the living skin, and I'm trying to leave the cuticle behind. You see the white stuff is cuticle, and so I'm just trying to catch the skin. And as you can see, this client is very blessed. Just this nail has a little bit harder skin. The rest are perfect. So now I nudged back the living skin, which that exposed the cuticle. So now this is cuticle. And people think that the whole area is a cuticle, which is not. And I like to do this with the side of this little stick, not like this, because you can overdo it very easily and harm that very sensitive area. Okay, so now we're gonna detail and smooth the skin. So I use the Erica medium barrel, and now I just remove the cuticle. And I barely put any pressure, like I really do these little taps to be very, very precise. So also what I'm going to do is just exfoliate the sides. Now it is very important, and I know I repeat myself in every video, but this is so important to know the difference between dry skin and hard skin. Because very often I get these comments and people are saying, oh my God, she still had a lot of dry skin. Well, yes, because I can't and I shouldn't be removing dry skin. I can exfoliate the skin a little bit. I can smooth the hard skin, but I can't remove dry skin. Dry skin is skin with skin barrier that's not in the best shape. So we're supposed to protect that skin and not cut it and file the heck out of it. So this is just a very, very gentle exfoliation. And once it's smoother, I just let it be. I don't try to remove every dry flake whatsoever. Little taps and smooth. This is, by the way, 10,000 RPM. And like I said, very, very light pressure. Proper angle. I do like these almost little circles. You really need a good lighting, and very often if you do need glasses, you need good glasses, because you have to really see what you're doing. And don't forget to, it's dusty, right? Like the skin is dusty because I just filed it a little bit, so it's going to look drier than it actually is. Oh, I get another question. People are asking me why I don't remove the dead skin. That's a good one too. So the dead skin is there on purpose to protect the living skin. You definitely don't want to be filing all of the dead skin off, because then you have living skin, and that would be, you know, dangerous, because the dead skin is protecting the dermis. So yeah, definitely be gentle with your skin, for sure. So now this is a very important part that I kind of never really explained much in my videos. So a lot of people are asking which files are best, like which ones are going to give them the smoothest finish. But the thing is, the smooth files, they're not very effective. So what I do is I use files that are effective, that allow me to shape efficiently, and then I go with a buffer that's 320 buffer, and then I just bevel the free edge, and then it's also nice and smooth. There is a big difference actually once they are treated with the buffer. Yeah, for sure. And I'll leave you the link to these buffers in the description box, but you don't really need any particular buffer. You just want to make sure that it's not too fine and it's not too coarse. That's it. So you see what I'm doing? Just beveling the edge a little bit, and that's it. And now I'm just going to wipe them with alcohol before we put a coat of polish, and that's it. My favorite. So yes, I'm going to investigate that new version. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comment section. I'll compare them both. I looked at the ingredients because at first I was very afraid that they're going to make one without the glow, but it looks like the first ingredients are the same, and then they have added some sweet almond oil like at the very end, and also peony extract. And I'll be honest with you, like these are, I call them marketing ingredients, so they don't really do anything. It's almost like, okay, when you have two donuts, one is just a plain donut and the other one has one blueberry, and you know, the people are trying to tell you that one of them is healthier than the other one because blueberries have a lot of antioxidants and blah blah blah. Well, the amounts of the oil that the nail polish contains is minute. It's not going to make a difference. It's better to just take off your nail polish and put oil. So it's just marketing. Just marketing. But, I mean, sometimes the formula could be nicer, right? So I'm not saying it's useless. But what I'm saying is we have to judge the formula, how the polish applies, how it wears, how shiny it is. So that can be different. It could be better. Who knows? Could be brighter. Could be less bright. I don't know. But when it comes to health, it's all the same. All of them are healthy if you use this properly. I mean, healthy is not the right word. It's really for the look. They're all beautiful. And they're not healthy and they're not unhealthy. That's just my opinion. So there are a lot of polishes that have that glow that the Dior has. What I like about the Dior is that the glow is very, very subtle, because not a lot of, I mean, everybody's different. Everybody has different clientele. Everybody has different tastes. So not a lot of my clients like the very, very bright blue look of the other ones. So, and for some people, even this is too much. This is pretty much dry. I absolutely love doing these manicures. They're so quick, so effective. They just look beautiful. I'm gonna use this one. It smells so nice.